want to tell you a little story about the background to the Journaling with Nature podcast. In 2020, I had the idea to create the first International Nature Journaling Week. It was a huge success and we had journalers from 93 countries accessing the resources on the website. I was so thrilled by this response. As part of that, I curated a blog where different people were writing about their experiences, the way they journal and connect with nature. All the blog posts showed us that everyone has a special story to tell. Everyone is unique and their voice is valuable and so interesting to others. After that, I wanted to hear more, and so I was looking for a platform for sharing the voices and stories of nature journalists from around the world. Without knowing anything about podcasting, I dove into learning, I took a course, and I started the Journaling with Nature podcast. It has since become something very important to me. It's given me the opportunity to speak with many guests, each with their own story to tell. I've had amazing feedback from listeners too. People who say that they listen to the podcast on the way to work each Monday, or that it's become an important part of their lives. I want to make this a long-term thing. I want to continue connecting nature journalists with each other's stories for years to come. But once I started this project, I had a little realization, and that is that it takes time to research, record, edit, and publish a podcast every week. Quite a lot of time. And it takes money to record and host the podcast. I have a young son at home, and I'm with him during the day, and I'm using my nights to work on the podcast. And I'm squeezing it all into the small gaps that I have here and there. And that's why I've started this Patreon page. Your pledge will help fund the time that I spend on the podcast and offset the costs involved in hosting and recording. I've kept it really simple. I haven't used the tiers simply because I don't have the extra time that goes into creating the rewards at various levels. So it's very basic. You have the chance to choose the amount that you'd like to donate each month. And in return, you'll have my deep gratitude and a weekly podcast created from the heart and bringing you nature journaling inspiration and connection with others from around the world. You'll hear voices of journalists with amazing stories to tell. So I want to say thank you for being here, and I deeply appreciate your support.